like how he did like this. Oh, golly, it's going to be a morning, I can tell already. Would you breathe with me, please? Okay, take it in. And again. And one more time, deep breath in. Talk about a sacred time, that sacred time of breathing together, taking in a common breath. I just love it. So, there's a little song that I learned early on in my metaphysical journey. We are a metaphysical teaching. Meta means beyond. Physical means what we can sense with our five senses. So metaphysics mean that we go beyond just what we see by appearances. So this song has stuck with me through many, many years. I probably learned it 30 years ago. It's silly. It's very childlike, but it is so endearing, and it has really helped me through the years kind of remind myself of what I know to be the truth, and when I've been needing energy or I've been needing some vitality. So I'm going to sing it for you right now. Here goes. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Everybody, no, I'm not going to make you do that. The truth is, I could do a full talk on any of those words about being alert, about being awake and alive, but what I want to talk about today is actually the last one. And that is enthusiasm, enthusiastics. Because let's face it, enthusiasm, without enthusiasm, life doesn't have a whole lot of zest, does it? It doesn't have a whole lot of meaning. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of enthusiasm that you see on game shows or in commercials or salespeople who are like so enthusiastic you can't wait to get away from them. I'm talking about the real enthusiasm that comes from deep within when you are authentically passionate about something. You're on fire about it. You are filled with the spirit of whatever that thing is. You know me, I'm a wordsmith, right? I love to look up the origin words. So the word enthusiasm comes from the Greek enthusiasmos, which means to be inspired. And to break it down even further, entheos means in God. So when we are enthusiastic, we are expressing that divine within us. We are filled with the spirit of the divine. We are expressing it to the fullest. So I have a video that I want to show you. It's a little bit long, but I couldn't find any way to cut it and not get the full thing. I don't mean long like an hour. I mean long like a couple of minutes. But this is a 3-year-old boy. And I think you will understand why I'm choosing to show this video today about enthusiasm. So guys, are you ready? Here we go. Does anyone in the world doubt that young man's enthusiasm? 3 years old. Beethoven. Most of us can't even spell Beethoven. And does anyone doubt that if nurtured, if his enthusiasm is nurtured and encouraged, that it's going to take him to great heights? In fact, I looked him up because I've had this video a while, and at 6 years old, he was conducting professional orchestras. Yeah. So unfortunately, what happens, though, is that in our day and age, enthusiasm is often considered not cool. We as a society, we become kind of blasé, you know? We don't want to show that we're excited about things because we might be seen as being kind of uncool. In fact, if you look at a lot of the modern day role models, especially young people have, the more bored and unimpressed they look, the cooler they're considered to be. For instance, here's a picture of, a supermodel. And I remember Whoopi Goldberg once said, she goes, "What's the deal about supermodels? They're skinny, they're rich, they're beautiful, and they look pissed off all the time." Right? Then you've got rappers. I mean, this guy, he's probably got more money than all of us combined. He's still looking pissed off. And then this guy, he just looks like he's in pain, right? Winter is coming. And yet I'd be willing to bet that even these people feel and express enthusiasm over things that they are passionate about, because enthusiasm is a natural state of being. Here's what our founder Ernest Holmes said about that. He says, "We really need more enthusiasm. We should not see this thing just as a law and a big, bright, brilliant goodness. We should see it as something vibrating with life, pulsating with warmth, and scintillating with color. Look how colorful nature is. We are too prosaic, too matter of fact. Color belongs to us because God is a colorful being. How can that which has painted nature with such a lavish brush be anything but colorful?" Yes, I know. So today, what we're going to talk about is how to allow our natural, colorful, God-giving enthusiasm to come through, and how we can use it to actually make a difference, not only in the life that we are living, but the life that we want to be creating. Because all of us would like to be creating a more abundant, a more loving, a healthier, a happier, a more fulfilling life. I would think most of us are working toward that. So Norman Vincent Peale said this: "Those who are fired with an enthusiastic idea and who allow it to take hold and dominate their thoughts find that new worlds open for them. As long as enthusiasm holds out, so will new opportunities." I know it. So let's take a look at that. One of my favorite metaphysical sayings of all time is, "Energy flows where attention goes." Energy flows where our attention goes. So when we are allowing our energy of enthusiasm to flow in the direction of our desires, then we are attracting people and opportunities and circumstances that support where we are putting our focus and where we are putting our enthusiasm. Is this making sense to you? Yeah. So, because when we are on fire, when we are on fire like that little boy, we're radiating an energy that people cannot resist. We are radiating an energy that people and opportunities and conditions are attracted to. Law of attraction, this is what we're talking about here. Right now, in particular, the world can seem like a pretty cold, unfeeling place, can't it? We know it's not true, but sometimes it sure feels like it. However, when we allow our light to shine, when we express our passion, when we allow other people to express their passion, when we are courting this idea of enthusiasm, we are exhibiting a warmth that other people respond to. Are you with me? Yeah. Because when we are being authentically, truly who we are and expressing it in that way, people just naturally gravitate. They want to be close to the warmth. They want to be close to the light. So an example that I have from my own life is years ago, I was At my other center that I was at, we were getting ready to teach the Prosperity Plus class for the first time. How many of you have taken Prosperity Plus? Know a bunch of you. Yeah. It's a weekly class that includes a video lecture by a woman by the name of Mary Morrissey. And I've known Mary for many, many years, and she is probably the clearest and most grounded spiritual teacher I know. And the principles that she teaches, they are soundly based in spiritual truth. I use them every day of my life, so I know that they work, right? So prior to this class starting, this was, gosh, I'm going to say maybe 10, maybe 12 years ago, I watched the first video lecture of her, and I've always admired this woman, but I wanted to familiarize myself with the lesson, right? And I got so inspired, I got so enthusiastic about what it was that she was teaching, the material that she was doing it, with the way that she was teaching it, that I got so excited that I sent an email to absolutely everybody on my email list telling them how great I thought this stuff was. And I didn't know whether the email was going to be particularly effective. I didn't know if it was going to encourage people to come to class. All I knew was that I couldn't help myself. And I didn't know because, prosperity and tithing classes, that's a tough sell, right? So I sent out this email with enthusiasm, and lo and behold, lots of people showed up for the class, including several people who said, I was on fence about it, wasn't sure if I was going to take the course, but then I got your email, and I felt the enthusiasm with which you were talking about this material, and I decided to check it out. And of course, what I can tell you is that they had great benefit from it because I knew that they would. So I want you to think about this. If I can convince reluctant students to take a 10-week course on tithing, what difference can you make in your life and the lives of other people when you allow your enthusiasm to be expressed? Now, this is not a new concept. The ideas that I'm talking about here, success and enthusiasm, they've been around for a lot of years, taught by some of the most successful people that we know of. Walter Chrysler. Recognize the last name? Chrysler. Automobiles, yes? Okay, said this: the real secret of success is enthusiasm. Emerson said, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. So if you've never thought of enthusiasm as being a spiritual practice or as being a success magnet, now you know. It is. Go like this, woohoo! So you may as well try it. Let people know how enthused you are, how excited you are about those things that get you enthused and excited. Let people know. Don't hide it under a bushel. And then watch as the energy of the universe supports you in your passion. So I want to be very clear about something, however. My way of being enthusiastic is not necessarily going to be your way of being enthusiastic. Not everybody is an outgoing, rah-rah cheerleader type. I get that. It's my style. It's authentic to me because I'm naturally kind of loud and obnoxious. So, it suits me. No laughing in the back row there. And yet some of my greatest teachers, some of my greatest inspirations were nothing like me. They were quiet, and they were deep, and they were profound. So it is possible to be enthusiastic in a quiet and passionate way that still draws people and draws opportunities in, because enthusiasm, again, literally entheos, of God, in God. So however you are expressing the fire within, whether it's shouting it from the rooftops or whether it's being very quiet, still express it. It is perfect for you. You are being authentically, enthusiastically you. So I'm going to close with a wonderful old poem by W.C. Thurston. It's an old poem called Imagination and Enthusiasm. I'm putting it up here because I thought you'd like to read along with me. Take imagination and enthusiasm and hitch the two together. Then fix your gaze on the farthest star and forget about the weather. Calgarians. Take a pound of pluck and energy and mix with an ounce of thrift. Then forward march to the heights ahead and don't be begging a lift. Pick out the hill you want to climb and fix your gaze on the peak. Then blaze your way to the very top. The bottom is reserved for the weak. Imagination and enthusiasm mark you this matchless team. Is yours to harness and drive to the goal of all your heart has dreamed. Imagination and enthusiasm. Oh man, if you are wise, you will give them the rein, then fix your gaze on the brightest star in the skies. Isn't that sweet? So I'm tempted to have y'all sing I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic with me to end the talk. But I'm going to be kind. I'm not going to make you do that. But if you want to, after this service, we'll gather together and sing, okay? But here's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. Is that this song is going to become a songworm inside your mind. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alert, awake, alive. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Okay. That's going to be going through your head all day. Like the It's a Small World song. And what's going to happen is that it's going through you, and you're going to be walking through your day today, alive, awake, alert, and enthusiastic. It's going to make a difference, I promise you. I love you, and so it is. And enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. I'm alive, awake, alert. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic.